Hello, 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 people. Welcome back to a Planet Zoo stream today. Sorry I didn't stream yesterday because uh I had an important dinner going on. Um and I was back fairly late, so I was feeling a bit tired. But I'm back today. Let's just chill and build an aviary and finish this sort of entrance thing that we got going on. So yeah, let's just get on with that. I'm going to completely scrap this whole entire idea of having this because I couldn't figure out how to properly do it, and it's not looking too good, so to say. So I'm gonna scrap this idea, and perhaps we could make a better one. I'm gonna delete this whole thing. We'll make a somewhat similar one, but it wouldn't be in this design. Instead of making the changes to the elevation, I reckon it's actually just better to just keep it at ground level and we build up or down for that matter, because the mainly the pathing is the issue. I think that's the biggest issue I have to it. I like the initial idea in my mind, but for obvious reasons I can't seem to pull it off. I can't seem to pull it off the way I wanted it to, the way I wanted it to be, and therefore I'm going to scrap the whole bit. I'm going to scrap the whole bit and continue with another possible design. Forgive me for those that's already been extremely excited to for me to continue that design, but I really can't uh entertain that design anymore. Like, quite literally, I can't entertain them anymore because it's just way too impossible to do. Okay, that's the flamingo. I want the I want the flamingos to have a rather large set of enclosure. But even so, alrighty. So let's head on with the um. Hang on. No, I need to somehow make this straight. And that's relatively straight. And then right now, if for this bit it will look the same way, I wouldn't change much to it, but Right. So there will be So there will be exactly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There will be about 10 animals strolling around in here. Uh okay. I have a couple reference images that I wanna pop up for a bit. So give me a second. Right, reference images are in. So I want to divide them into certain factors. Mainly, hmm, so potentially, this is how it looks like. I kind of want a swan to be in the middle of this. Okay, maybe we can make it better. Okay, and I want. Oop, wrong one. I want a waterfall system in the middle. Okay. We don't need it that big, but it's just for a reference that we'll have. We don't need it that big. Hello, Art. How are you, dude? How are you? How are you? I take a look on your the updates that you've been sending me. Those look better, dude. I think you're progressing nicely. Good job. I think you're learning a lot as well, which is the important bit. Okay, this is just to not replicate, but sort of like have that in the middle pieces. But it's not big enough. Hmm. I reckon. Ugh, I'm not liking it. I'm I'm fine stressing out on thinking if I should redo my dome. Looking plain for me compared to the other domes I watch here on YouTube and yours. I get that feeling, but I think instead of redoing the whole thing, I think you can improve it instead. I'd like to say, like, don't give up on it. Okay. You know what? I think it's best if we make the thing first. Okay, so plaster. Oh, that's so big. Mm. I'll make the palette. There's no smaller version. Okay, that's all right. That's all right. We'll make that work. How about you? What's up? Glad to be here. Just gonna stay a little while. Later on, an hour or two. I have work tomorrow. Yeah. I'm good. I'm doing great. Uh, I forgot that it's Sunday today. So yeah, you're right. We do all have work tomorrow, do we? That should be all right. Just thinking right now. Hmm, how am I gonna make with what piece? This is too thick. I don't want to use a thick piece that is thicker. I want a thin piece. That's not thin enough. That's definitely too big. That's big. That is big. Okay, we're gonna have to go with this. This is what we're gonna have to go with. Alrighty. So I feel like we can. Hmm, there'll be a lot of glitches like that, which is gonna be extremely annoying. Okay, wait. Mud, mud, mud. Okay, plaster. This is the smallest. Oh, but it's so large. We're gonna have to start with that. Okay. Uh, sure. I'm gonna just watch you build what you're doing till I fall asleep, probably. I mean, yeah, it could be a good bedtime story as I'm talking and just making this. I do that a lot as well, just in general. Okay. Mm. There's a technique I do to make those kind of circular stuff. Hmm. What is it? Whoa. Not what I wanted to do. Split all groups. And I want to delete them. Okay. Yeah, that's generally how you do it. You put three mods. Yeah, that's exactly how I do it as well, Art. But I'm not gonna do a circular stuff, which is why which is why this is gonna be tougher than before. I'm just gonna make a half circle for now. Ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum. Dum, da-dum, da-dum, dum, dum, dum. Param pam param pam pam param param pam 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 pam. I do not like that, but we might just have to leave. Just have to live with it, I guess. The best that's gonna happen. Okay, I'm not gonna complain too much about it. Uh, You can always fix it. Um, okay, now I can make everything. I can split everything, and I can start doing this freehand. Oh, I nearly dropped my coffee. Oh man, that would have been bad. There's so many there. Select all of these because I need this to be deleted. All right, so now we can freehand them. Param pam, param pam. Oh wait, why did I? Oh man, you know what? It's fine. It's fine. Just be a little bit to the side and I need to put this to the ground. Putting everything to ground level so I can see better. All right. This will be tedious, so please bear with me. Yeah. Okay. Now this is a difficult turn, so I need to redo some of this thing. I think we should start the heavy turn from here. Ooh. It's just more like a tighter turn. Yeah, it should be enough. I don't want it to look funny as well. That's not the point. But even if it looks slightly janky, if it's from afar, it looks circular. I think that's enough for me. If that makes sense. It's too hard of a turn. Yeah, that would do it better. Oh, this I'm gonna spend all day doing this, but I know it's like a harder method, but it gives me a bit more precision than normally, which I think it's important to have. I think having having precision when you're making stuff is really important. All right. So hopefully we can connect it to this at some point. Okay. Yep. Now the shape. Oh, what happened here? Okay. I think I need to combine this shape together. It'll be a bit simpler for us to edit. It's, I think that makes more sense to have. And we can push this bit. Okay, I need to combine this bit as well. It's important that this bit is connected here. Okay. Dum 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 dum. Okay. Okay. It is a bit glitchy in a bit, but I think that's all right. Okay. Okay, I think that looks all right. Now, if we just combine this bit together and lift it up. Yeah, that's all right to have. What do you usually use to make your own curve for the path? Is there any easy way to make one fast? Oh, that's a tough question. Okay, I struggle with that as well. But to give you an example of logically and how you should do it, because you can generally use so many pieces just to make a curb. So in game, um, you can make a curb on ground path, so it'll just automatically make a curb for you. Um, pa, 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 pa. Okay, so you can make it automatic from the game. That's like the quickest way generally. I think that's the quickest way. But if you want to be more specific, you can just go to construction, and if you have all the DLC, just look at the pieces that which potentially shape like a block. It could be anything. You could have different types of wood, but make sure. Hold on. We find a better wood to show you as an example. Okay, for example, is this. So you can even turn anything into a curb in any other shape that you want it to be. And there is no quick way to make it other than doing this one by one. Well, if you have an exact circle, like this isn't an exact circle, but if you have an exact circle like this, a quick way to make a quick way to make it, it could also be something like making a curve. Sorry, putting a combining. What was that red piece that I was looking for? Here. So just, you know, putting this down, and also on the other side, and then just, you know, but only if you have a full circle. That would just be the quickest way to make it, because that is so easy. You can just do this all day, and then eventually you'll have a connecting curve anyway. But since neither you or me have a exact circle to work with, you just have to do the curve manually one by one. There's no quicker way to do it. Yeah, and I find this bit fun actually. It's a bit therapeutic. But yeah, the pieces that would interest me as a curb are wood. So any type of wood. You can use any type of wood that you want, and then, or perhaps I like this is like the theme that I have for the zoo is a conservation piece. Make sure you get this one. You change it into this form, and then what you want to do is just bring it to that, because this is very versatile, because you can change this to any color you want. Not a lot of pieces are changeable in color, but these ones are, and you can just make that into anything you want. I do this a lot in this particular zoo in Sundara, and you just have to do it one by one. So that's exactly what I did here. That's all in individual pieces, just one by one. But I feel like it pays to do it yourself, because then you can really make them however you want to look. But you can generally use any pieces. An interesting idea a viewer recommended me was to actually use a log, which I might do for this enclosure, to just use a log and then just do the same bit basically. You putting it on the ground, sink it in a little bit, and then make it into a curb, which works surprisingly fantastic. But yeah, generally you can have any piece as a working curb because the guest wouldn't go um scarecrow. Hold on, scare. So generally the guest would never be so much at the edge. That's just not what the guests do. They just usually just stand around there at a maximum, I think, unless you have it like really packed. This is what you'd have as a maximum. So they wouldn't be touching this anyway. So you can have this in any level. You can even have it baked like that if you want. But generally you can have it at, you can use any piece that you wanted to do and make it work. Or you can even use the 3D foxes, like these ones. These are fox pieces. You can stack them up and make a curb. I think I did that. I think I did that style of curbing here. So I can use that as a curb and it looks really nice. I can combine the two, conservation and the fox pieces together. I think that looks really nice. And something that I did in this dome as well, which is to make it like that. To make that as a curb. All the way around. Even here. I think that looks really nice. It sets the tone quite nicely. But yeah, you can use anything as a curb. Well, I guess I will be making my own curb then. That is so time consuming. That is very time consuming. But if you like to be specific and to be like a bit of a perfectionist on it, I think it pays off to it pays off to be uh it pays off to be in that detail, if you get what I'm saying. Okay. Now to combine this together might be a bit tricky. They're not even at the same height. Oh, that's a nightmare. Okay then, hang on. Come on, bring it down. Wow, really nice work. You are insane. Thank you, dude. Alright, to combine this together. I think I've learned in Planet Zoo playing it for such a long time is that sometimes it's better to take it slow and not take any shortcuts, and just making it the hard way, because there's so much you can do making it the easy way, and then you have some imperfections, like perhaps as I was making this dome, say if I have this removed, these pieces don't connect. There's no way of connecting that. See, it's like a lot of imperfections going on, and that's just me taking it the easy route, making this into a holy shaped dome. But then I have like gaps, like which is like quite a big gap. I have gap, I have gap, I have a gap, I have a gap, I have a gap. So then I just have to be creative, and this kills me. So I think it pays to. I think often it pays more to have it in detail and taking it the hard way and the more precise way than to just fuck it, let's make it the quickest way to do it. Like this one, I can just easily make 3 different circles, combine them together, but I'm not doing that because I like having them like, this bit is a bit longer. This bit is a bit like acute to the middle, and this one's a bit longer eventually. So I think it pays to just have it done the hard way and not take any shortcuts. Okay, enough yapping. Get back to work. Yo, I just watch someone make those kind of domes. Those are really hard to do. It is. Because you have to do it one by one and everything. But it pays. It always pays off at the end. It does. Effort pays off in the end. Always. Dum, 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 dum. I do admire you for your patience and being persistent. Think yeah. Sadly, a lot of people were complaining about how slow I do things, but I tend not to argue with it and just like have them have their opinion because I know what I'm doing and I know that what I'm gonna do takes a significant amount of time and it won't be like a quick, it's not gonna be a quick job. But even so, I still love doing it. I don't want to make it. Okay. Uh, okay. I need to do the mud. I need to do the mud. Take plaster. Plaster, 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 plaster. Here's what I'm looking for. Maybe I kind of just wanted. Probably here. Why is that combined? What? Wait. How do you combine this into a group? Oh my god, I'm not doing it. You do that again. Okay, let's have them about here. Okay. Are we feeling? Hmm. No, that's not gonna work. I need more. I need a sharper turn. That a sharp enough turn? We're here to find out. Okay. A bit tough. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. No, I don't like that. What do I do? What do I do? And I just want to make it like. Well, this is certainly not big enough. Need that scarecrow. Yeah, definitely not big enough. Need to make it bigger. Okay. How about a longer one? Well, don't mind other people, but what they have to say. In fact, we are only watching. We're only watching. You're the one in control. Just do what you know best and don't give a fuck. True. That is true. Big true. I do personally enjoy how you do things. Keep your head up and just enjoy how you play the game. That's how I think. Thank you, man. I'll definitely have that mentality from now on. This is quite hard to do. Okay. I think we can connect that. Okay. Okay. I have to connect that, and how am I gonna? Okay. Now just making that inner piece will be a bit more difficult, but I think it should be all right. Now we just have to find out how to connect this. I think that's connectable. Have to take those two pieces out, and that should be connectable. Okay, just connect this. How skinny do I want this? Oh, wrong button. Maybe that much. Too much. Probably that much should be enough. No. Keep pressing the wrong line. Oh my god, again. Da-dum, dum, 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 dum. Oh, wrong button again. I've, I've got to stop counting how many wrong buttons I've pressed. Yeah, this might be too hard of a turn. It might be. Is it? Yeah. I think we can afford that. Too hard. After a certain point, you just sort of go in this state where everything just flows. Not so much like a flow state, but you've reached a certain like flow and pattern of actually a certain pattern of workflow, and everything just clicks, if that makes sense. Just a suggestion, have an idea if this will make it more easier. Maybe form a perfect circle, then from there you can make a perfect curve. You can make perfect curves and just remove the pieces you don't need. Does that work? That does work. I was actually thinking on doing it like that. However, I find it personally it's harder to do it, to fix things than to build things. If that makes sense, I think that makes sense. So I don't want a perfect circle. Ah, why do I keep pressing the wrong button? Hmm, oh my god. Hmm, okay. There we go. Holy jamoli. Uh I hate if it's not the same, like the same height. I think that's the best we can do, huh? Okay. Okay. Want to align them? Okay. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Now. Oh my god, yes, nice. Very nice. I like the non-perfectness of it. Nice, 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 nice. Okay. Probably connected from this side. Okay. And bind them to one object. Lift them up. Now here comes the hard part. Here comes the hard part. Here comes the hard part. Okay. It's not actually hard. It's just Filling them in. Sorry. Not bad. Pam pam pam. Did I tell you that I'm addicted to the Planet Zoo song for whatever reason? I think I just played this game too much. Alright, we got a top. That thing looks okay from underneath, I think. Yeah, okay. And we need another plaster that works as a pole. Yeah, I think I actually kind of like this. Okay. So let's have one go that way. We want one. Oh, we want one more facing that way, but then over here a little bit. And we want one more as well. Okay. Okay. That looks smooth. Yeah. The point here is to make a V. I just want to make a V. Okay, push that way a little bit. And for this one, let's see how well this works. Um, how well does that work? Do I need it thinner, maybe? A thinner pull? Plaster. There are no thinner ones? I reckon that's the thinnest one. I don't think there'll be anything. I hate how that's like it's in a grid. Okay, wait. Pillar. Let's see other pillars or pole. Pole. Timber. Timber thick, thin. It's too. It's not what I'm aiming for actually. Uh, pole. Beam. Oh, we can work. We can definitely work with the beams. That might be more appropriate. It might be. I'm not sure. We can check other beams as well. Um, we don't have any other beams. How about this? That's no. Kind of like it a bit thicker. But that's not even remotely big enough. I do have to duplicate them. And have one on the bottom for path. For pathing would work. I could maybe have the same exact design and just have them lower. Oh, this could work, but nah, I wouldn't. What am I talking about? It wouldn't work. This would work better. Um, Maybe something like that. I'll just put it here for now. I think I'll make this color gray. I'll make this gray as well just to separate the two. I think it could work. It not this beam is sort of like fitting, but I could put more if I use this. I'll make sure it's not climbable between them. Maybe a little bit. Oops. What can I copy? Okay. If I bring it this way a little bit. That is a weird shape, though. It is, isn't it? It's a weird shape. Maybe. I need to make a separate piece, I think. This wouldn't work that way. I'm liking the shape. I'm liking the shape already. Let me just have a thought with this. Mm-mm. Let's see what I can do with this before we even start like talking about it. Say I want it. And yeah, that could work. Uh, oh, I can't change the color. Beam. Beam. I can't change the color to that. How so? Wait, that just ruins everything. Why can't I change the color to that? Where was the beam I was working with? These are not color. I can't change the color with. How about these? What are these? Brace round. Oh, okay. I see now. Uh, are they not the same thing? They are not the same thing, huh? Okay, I don't mind redoing it. Doesn't matter. I can even I can have two options. Oh, I can either. Oof, what the fuck? Oh, it's connected to that. Okay, did I fucked up anything there? I did not. Okay. I can have either of the two. What works better, huh? Yeah, I can make it somewhat. Oh yeah, that definitely works. I just need to make. Rope. Do you have a smaller one? Mm, no, that doesn't work. Is there no better rope system, like a smaller rope that we can manage to make it work with? Uh, oh yeah, this might be a better rope thing, but that might work better. Okay, that looks that looks nice actually. It's just that we have to somehow make this consistently white. Or what is the color of the crane? Red. Okay, let's see if I can make this somehow looks red. Just to obviously see. I don't know what's gonna happen. Oh, I just want to see what will happen if we made it red or maroon. We can make it maroon. Can we make it maroon? That's a perfect lighting for it. Uh, Maybe I'll make them gray instead. We can make them gray. Maybe not too gray, like maybe here. Yeah. Shoot, that's cool. All right. I am liking them. Okay. Okay. So we've got that figure out. We've got that figure out. Now we need to figure out how we can do the netting, which I think I sort of, yeah. I have a net system that is barely visible. Look, you can't even see it. I'm not gonna have him climbing enabled. Can't I move it? Okay. What are we playing with? Net. What are we playing with? I need a long one instead. Okay. Let me take a piss. Now, I need a thin beam. Like a very thin beam. Thick. Is there a thinner beam than this? No. Hmm. You can't see it. Is it in my settings? Graphics. Oh, after a certain distance, you can't see it anymore. I'm touching this bit, boy. Okay. At a certain point, that wouldn't be visible. That's all right, though. Okay, let's get inspired. Let's get inspired by fences. Nah, it needs to be a bit more modern. Needs to be modern, therefore, how did I do it here? I can do it like this. Okay. Hi, Dino Mom. Hi, how are you? Welcome. I want a thinner beam. Can I get a... That's large. It says large. Why did I click it? I need something somewhat smaller. This is thicker, thin. Ah! I don't know if I like that better though. Hey, Marge. How are you, Marge? Welcome to the stream. Okay. I need it. I. Let's go with another beam that we can work with. A thinner beam. Should I just type wood instead? That's so big. Too big, too big, too big. Everything is sort of too big. What did I use? Oops. What did I use in the entrance? Is that metal? Would it not be easier to use the regular habitat mesh fences and then decorate props around it? I feel like I'm not getting much freedom if I do that. That's why I'm doing this sort of like manually, because I'm trying to make it go all the way up, and like also I don't want the same design and everything. Like I've used that sort of netting here, and I think I've also used a different one right here. I just want it different for each, if that makes sense. And I also don't like how it looks. Like if I use this one, say I can make this work. If I use this one, and even if I curve it, oh no. Even if I curve it this way, I still don't like that metal beam in the middle. If that makes sense. I could make it work. I can even make this taller. Why can't I edit them? I can even... How come I can't do it? Okay. I can even make them go all the way up. But even so, that looks so like ugly in my opinion. So hence why I'm doing this manually one by one. Back to the metal beam. Metal beam. Okay. Let me get... I see. Looks so much better the elaborate way. Yeah. Like I can just duplicate them. Just go all the way up. I it makes it seamless because I kind of wanted it to make it seem like it's not a net, but it's like it's not a metal net. Why do I have a crown? Yeah. Why do you have a crown? Top fans. That meant you're a top fan. Do I like that better? I just stopped. Is that it? No, I think it's determined from the who's the first one to chat and who chats the most, I think. Yeah, I like this. Okay. So we figured out what to do with the thing that separates people from it. I'm just gonna put that as a palette. Now we need to figure out the bottom bit. The bottom bit. Ah, it's just plaster. I don't want to use too much plaster pieces though. Mm-mm-mm. How do I? Because then ideally this wouldn't exist. Mhm. How do I? Mm, I'm not using the foxes anymore because I've been using that piece way, 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 way too much. It might be the only one that works though. Is that really the only way I see it fit? Not really. I could put wood instead. I think wood would work better. Like a piece of log. Log. No way. 4 meter log, 8 meter log. Okay, I need a smaller log. Would this work? Does that look better? Yeah, sure. But it wouldn't be too like think if this were soil, which it will be soil. Yeah, I mean somehow. Or should I put like a not just metal in general? Metal to metal. Hmm. Let me think for a bit. Let me think. Let me think. I've got some few reference images that I took myself. Oh yeah, that could work. Yeah, it's a metal beam. It's a metal beam at the bottom. Metal. No, sorry, it's a log beam. Beam. But everything is like 2-3 meters though. There's no like smaller ones. Yeah, I'll put this for now. That's a thicker one as well. Okay. That is. I like the idea, but no. A cladding. I don't want this to be too repetitive. Mm. I'm just gonna make the palette so that I know what I'm gonna use for certain. This is gonna be hell to do. We have to do that one by one though to make it like easy. I think a metal bottom would do it better. Yeah, a metal would make things a bit more simpler and would make a lot more sense. Yeah, we have three different variations of that, and we also need to make a different variation of this bit. What do I like better? I can make it. Ah, that is interesting, but yeah, I'm gonna do plank. I could use a plank instead, or I could maybe use something like um just like a simple separator. Like uh maybe I could use something like this. Oops. Okay. Is this enough of a separator for people? Hmm. How about we put two instead of one? Honestly, I kind of like that better. I do. Well, there's two variations. So of human for scale. This is the human for scale. Oh no, this needs to be taller. Perhaps chest height to waist. Yeah, we need a big enough gap in between. Plank. Oop, 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 oop. That's too big of a plank. So big. Okay. Please tell me it's colorable. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Okay. Let me see if I have a thinner one though. A thinner plank would do so much better. So big. That's too big. No. Nope. No. Where are all the planks? I think I like this better. Okay. I can try Twilight Door plank. Okay. Twilight Door plank. All right. Okay, that should work normally. Okay. Nah, we need it to be taller. We need it to be in that height and in that height only. Yeah, I have two options, which is great. I have that option and I have that option. Okay. So that would be the bottom bit. And I think we need a stone bed. We want to have some kind of stone. I could just attach the foxes in there. But I think fox would be a bit too overpowering. Probably this thing would fit. Yeah, okay, I'll just have the twilight. Okay. Twilight. Twilight door plank. Combine this two piece together. Is it different? What is this? Twilight door plank. What is this then? It's the same thing, but that has. Oh, okay. Okay. So I think I'm gonna abandon. Wait, is this colorable? It is. Is this? This is not. Ah, shoot. It is. It is. It is. It is. It is colorable. I think I need that to be colorable. To be somewhat lighter. Okay. I'll keep this design for now in case I didn't like that design. Oh, I like that. And then just to make sure that there is gravel. Bum, bum, bum. Maybe that is a better. But we can't color them. Can we color these? No, this is not colorable. Okay, we have that separator. That's that works quite nice. We have that separator. I don't know if the crane really fits in that. I think the crane would need more space. But that's okay. We figured some stuff out already. What if I just make this? Okay. Hmm. Actually works out better than I expected it to be. We need another color. Maybe if we combine them, there's three different colors, which ooh, that really do like look like gravel, huh? Yep. Yep. So we have that for this one. Now the last thing is plants. Do we have like falling leaves? Leaf. Do we have fake leaves? That's not fake enough. What? Mossy stone. Okay, wait. We're looking at it in the wrong one. Leaf. Ah! Aha. Okay. Okay. So I have it in two different variation. What happened if you combine them? Ah, it kind of works. Yeah, it kind of works. It kind of works. Okay. Mm, beam. What is this beam? Planet Zoo beam. Planet Zoo beam. Too big. Too big. Is there no like a meter one? Are all the beams long? Maybe we can find it in log. Nah. Too big. Too big. I can't make something like that for the site, even though that would look so good. We've managed to make gravel, which I'm actually kind of happy about. We got the leaves going on. That would help a lot. Okay. Let me take a piss for a bit. I need a small patch of That's like so tall though. Let me see. Let me see if I can get like okay. I can get this guy for reference. That's enough. Yeah, it's about enough. Just about. Just about enough. Okay, just above enough. Or do we like this better? I don't. I'm not necessarily sure. Yeah, let's see the gardening bit of things. Maybe we could perhaps find a smaller thing. Ooh, this looking. Huh? Never mind. Forget that I haven't even said anything. No. Continent. Continent Asia. What exists in Asia? Alpine. Aloe vera. Too big. This might be the thing. But that gap is just so. Yeah, we'll put it here for now, just to perhaps we might want to use them. This is just so big. Hmm. Need to find a connection where things could connect. I could keep the same style for every single one. What would probably fly and what wouldn't probably fly? Yeah, I think you're right, dude. I think you're right, dude. Uh, what do I do to this? I only need one that, because like the only possible one that would like quote unquote fly would be a would be the cranes. That would probably be the only one like flies. The cassowary wouldn't. There's a Rhea as well. I could put that maybe here. And I like, oh my G. I have to put every single piece together. Okay, wait. Okay. I think we'll use this design instead of this. I don't know which ones I like better though. This makes more sense, but I will block the passage. This make makes sense a little bit less, but it does make it can work. And that's not a big enough space for a crane, is it? It's just about that big, right? No, it's not a big enough. It's not a big enough thing. I need to make another one. Hmm. Maybe I just make another one instead of doing it like that. What does the crane need? What does the crane species? Great GGGG. What is that crane name? Crane. Red crown crane. R. Red. Red crown crane. What does the crane need? They need water. Shoot. How do I incorporate this with water? Jetty bedding. A forage pool. A forage pool wouldn't be an issue. I just want to put one or two in here. I don't want to put too much in here. Okay, they don't need that much water through. Okay. We do need to make it bigger. We got the separator. I think that fits quite well. I'm I'm honestly starting to think that this might fit better than that one. Not gonna lie, this fits better. Well, shit. But it's okay. I have this too to like help myself decide. Yeah, and that could sort of just go out. Okay. Well, okay. I have two options, which I'm gonna remove this because this is not the plan. This is still in debate. That is final though. This is final. And that is final. These two will be determined later. It's just human for scale. I need to make this bigger. Alright. Let us do that. Can a tree fit in there? Doesn't make sense for a tree to be in there. Let's do it then. We need mud. Plaster. Dum, dum, dum. Should I now? I'm thinking maybe should I or should I not put a should I or should I not put a put the swan in the middle? Mm, just make this first. Bum, bum, bum. Ah. Okay. Um, Mm-mm. How would the layout work? Mm-mm. Okay. All right, chat. I'm gonna leave it here for today. Thank you all for tuning in. It's been great. Um, I'll be back tomorrow for a longer stream, and I'll stream earlier, roughly for about maybe 11, 12 hour stream from maybe 3 or 4 p.m. my time. Yeah, it should be a lot of fun. I will do some more research into how to make this work and designs as well. I already like how this is going though. I think it's going in the direction that I think it's going in the right direction. That's what I meant to say. Yeah.